each other out here is what's going on.
Exactly. Well, in the last game, Cooper's exploded for 4 runs in the bottom of the second after a scoreless 1.5 innings. But Tommy Czarnik has so far held the Ducks in check. He's retired 6 straight. He'll lead off the bottom of the second here. Be followed by Bud Doroskin, then Kenny Flaws, the right fielder. Then Don Bianchi, Mark Frighetto, Joe Samodi, and Mark Schuller if they get that far.
Both these teams have to be extremely tired from playing many games today. This is the championship game, the big one. Half these gentlemen have lived to get here today. Whether they're tired, whether they're hurt or sore, doesn't make any difference. They're here to play on guts if that's what it takes.
The 11th game for Coopers in this tournament, the 6th game for the Ducks. The Ducks have advanced throughout the winner's bracket, but they lost the last game to this same Coopers team, Coopers, who has now won 9 games in a row, playing their 11th game. Tommy Czarnik takes for ball 1. Bottom of 2 here. Czarnik leading things off for Coopers. As I mentioned, they won the first one 11-5 to advance here to the second championship game. An interesting bracket, winner's bracket, loser's bracket, double elimination tournament. Each of these teams with 1 loss. One team of these teams will go home with 1 loss. The other will be eliminated. That's a strike. Czarnik, who has pitched so far 7 games today. That's over 49 innings. That's a lot of hard work.
I bet you his arms are sore.
It's going to take a few days off, I imagine. Fly ball, left fielder's over for it. Vacario retires Czarnik.
That was interesting. The umpire called that pitch illegal on the way to the plate. Mr. Czarnik still tried to cut the ball to left field. The ball is still in play regardless of whether the umpire called it illegal or not.
Cooper came in the best in the field.
Here comes the ball. Tommy tries to cut the ball, gets a little bit too much of it, and the left fielder comes over and makes the play.
As I was saying, Cooper's record was the best in the field, coming in at 73-13. They've had that record since began that record in the spring as Buddy Doroskin bounces out to Jerry Kelleher for the second out. And so far throughout this tournament, they now are at 81-14.
Boy, that's a tall order. 81 ball games to win as opposed to 14 losses. You know, they're almost machine-like in hitting and making these plays.
They sure are. They have got players on the bench that are equally as good as the players out. They've got one guy in Mike Scully who plays football for University of Illinois, and he has not played in this tournament so far. Ground ball to the shortstop. Dvorak throws out Kenny Flaws, and they're out of the inning. So, unlike the first game where 4 runs were scored by Coopers, the Ducks are knocking Coopers down. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We'll go to the top of 3rd. We're scoreless, and we'll be right back right after this.